Today on Fashion Guide, wear Kazakh clothes. Local designers are offering outfits that bear the tag Made in Kazakhstan and urging us to revive the traditions of our country's people. Traditional attire is in fashion and serves as inspiration for Sulu art owners Mirel Marat and Dinara Nurlan. Check out clothes and jewelry collections in the true Kazakh style right now. The words ornament and adornment have the same Latin roots. Traditional Kazakh paraphernalia is one of the most popular current trends in Kazakh fashion. Local brand Sulu Art is emerging as a trendsetter. Its studies on ornamentation were the impulse behind their traditional jewelry startup.
Нам очень повезло с нашим наследием. Нам от предков досталось очень богатое наследие в виде украшений, да. Это в свое время.
We were lucky. Our ancestors left a rich trove of jewelry artifacts. It is hard to imagine how our forefathers could make such beautiful items with no electricity or precision tools at hand. Our modern jewelry makers preserve the traditions. We have a lot of talented craftsmen who work with metals like silver or nickel silver. We wanted to make something affordable, so we used affordable materials like leather, wood, and natural stones.
Для покупателей и решили использовать доступные материалы. Это кожа, дерево, натуральные камни.
Designer and artistic talents were united by their love for traditional ornaments, and the Sulu art team moved from making designer furniture and accessories to manufacturing full-fledged jewelry collections in their own workshops. The main material is wood.
Единственный процесс, который мы используем для наших работ, это самый такой процесс трудоемкий. Это
The only industrial process we use in our workshops, and the most labor-intensive one, is laser beam cutting. The remaining 95% of the work is done by hand. Once we cut it all by laser, it is sanded, cleaned, polished, lacquered, oil permeated, joined, stone encrusted, and packed. I mean, it's all manual work. Some of our products are 100% handcrafted, like these bracelets and rings. Even the packaging is handmade. We don't have packing machines. We cut and make it ourselves.
Даже упаковку, которую вы видите, полностью сделана вручную. То есть у нас нет станков, которым мы это делаем. Мы все это делаем вручную, вырезаем.
Apart from various wood grades, designers use leather and semi-precious stones like agate, turquoise, and pearls. The craftsmen constantly improve their jewelry making and natural materials processing technology.
В среднем у нас есть украшения, которые делаются, допустим, в течение двух-одного.
We've got jewelry that is made within 2 days on average. We've got pieces like bent bracelets that are made within 5 days. So it's quite a sophisticated process. Rings that we've designed take 4 to 5 days to make. Goldsmiths say that it's even more complicated than making wedding rings out of gold or silver.
Говорят, что это сложнее, чем изготовление обручальных колец из золота и серебра.
Both traditional and modern themed Sulu art rings, bracelets, and earrings are very popular now. The brand features 3 collections: Pearly, Summer, and Wedding. The latter is the most popular. Kazakh girls like to wear traditional jewelry for their life's biggest celebration. The Sulu art team is sure that the love of national traditions is a natural sentiment we cherish from our childhood, and the reflection of this love will always be in fashion. Don't forget your roots, urges the young prominent designer Dinara Nurlan. The Kazakh Fashion Week participant reminds us of our country's rich history. She tells us the story of her brand and style.
Я с детства увлекалась творчеством, потом закончила художественную школу и...
From childhood, I've been very into the arts. I graduated from an art school and wanted to make art and chose fashion design. I went to Milan, got a BA in fashion design after 3 years and came back.
Fashion design 3 года. Вот, и вернулась сюда.
Returning to Kazakhstan, Dinara Nurlan started her career at the Almaty Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. Her first collection was devoted to nomads. Its sweatshirts and dresses were covered with prints of horses, symbols of the Kazakh steppe. By her second collection, Herbarium, Dinara recalled the compositions of leaves and flowers we used to collect in high school. Dinara took her second collection to London.
Там я представила коллекцию осень-зима 2015-2016.
I showed my 2015-2016 fall-winter collection there. I got positive feedback. I was approached by many journalists, stylists, and photographers with cooperation proposals. Unfortunately, they needed some of the collection items on site, so they could use them anytime they needed them. Well, since most of my time is spent in Kazakhstan, it became a bit of a problem.
В Казахстане это вот составляло такую проблему небольшую.
Her last collection was inspired by a mosaic mural on one of the old Soviet-era buildings in her hometown. The adornment reminded Dinara of the gyms of that era, which were usually decorated with similar mosaics. She decided to devote her collection to artistic gymnastics with sportswomen costume elements in it. The dresses came out like something airy, light and tender, with flowing silk and lacework, and stones perfectly conveying the collection's theme.
Вообще, я стараюсь придерживаться определенного стиля. То есть, когда я вижу конечный итог коллекции, мне хочется...
Actually, I try to stick to a certain style. When I see a final result, I want to see a link between the three of them, so that it is clearly my work. My last collection was more on a tender and dressy tone. It was sort of an experiment, but still it's got my touch.
Реально и нежно, это будет своего рода эксперимент, скажем так. Вот. Но все равно мне кажется, что есть какой-то свой почерк там.
Dinara Nurlan is a fan of Kenzo and Raf Simons. She calls her style minimalistic and non-conventional. The brand's mission is to emphasize how versatile and original every girl's personality is. Historical allusions are an integral part of the collection's appeal. From traditional style to accentuation of details, from stage looks to catwalk collections, fashion designer Mirel Marat with her namesake brand told us about her creative work and her love of traditional ornaments. Mirel has been in the world of design for 5 years now. Over this period, she worked in a dressmaker's shop, created costumes for Kazakh celebrities, and issued catwalk and capsule collections. In her debut collection for the Kazakh Fashion Week, Mirel demonstrated her love of felt.
Тогда я очень хотела всех наших девушек одеть в бархат, в войлок и в лазерное такое вот напыление ткани. Вот мне почему-то казалось, что...
Then I wanted badly to have all our girls wear satin, felt, laser-coated fabrics. It turned out to be a very successful collection. The felt works created a furor. This one was made for me by Saule Bapanova, following my request. She was surprised to see that felt could be presented in this way, so she made a colossal compliment to me when she said she couldn't have fathomed that felt could be this beautiful. Also, I made felt jewelry that were a hit.
Я в этой коллекции сделала помимо изделий еще украшения сделала из войлока, которые просто в лед ушли.
The brand's target audience is young, active, and brave. Mirel Marat's love of detail and provocative dresses made her appealing to them. Her last catwalk collection's highlights were knitted wear shorts and very revealing dresses and tops.
Последняя коллекция, она, конечно, начиналась с того, что я думала, что у меня...
My last collection started when I was thinking of having just knitwear items in it. But it didn't work out. You need something more. I added organza, wool, and the outcome was a collection for young girls who just woke up, put on some of the collection's items, and rushed off on a date.
Она проснулась, накинула на себя и побежала на свидание.
Mirel Marat's pieces of clothing are fine and labor-intensive. Handmade frills, fabric combinations, embroidery, it's really a game of colors. This is the style of the brand's accessories.
Моя любимая, как говорится, работа – это вот медные серьги, которые мы делали вручную.
My favorite works are copper earrings. We handcrafted every detail of them, from the ring to these three. Every stone was taken out of its cell, painted, and then encrusted back. That's how we make these beautiful earrings.
Потом обратно вставлялась. Таким образом мы вот создали вот такие вот красивые серьги.
Of course, it's not a complete list of Kazakh fashion designers who are inspired by our national traditions. Kazakh fashion is only about 20 years old, while Kazakh traditional art is several centuries old. It's an infinite source of inspiration for many generations of designers and artisans to come. That's all for today. Join us next time for a tour of the world of fashion, style, and beauty with your fashion guide. Stay tuned.